Welcome to this episode of the Revise Science with Me series. I will be your science revision coach to guide you through a revision session that will enable you to get the retrieval practice you need to get the maximum marks in your science exams. It will be worth it. This video will coach you to make and use an interactive revision tool to recall how the menstrual cycle is controlled. For this session, you will need 20 minutes of peace and quiet, a quiet space to write and think, an A3 sheet of paper, a pack of sticky notes, a decent pen or marker. A ruler is optional, or you could just draw around your sticky notepad like I have done. You need a source of information such as your science exercise book from school, a revision guide of the appropriate tier and exam board, a course textbook, exam mark scheme from an appropriate question, or any other relevant source. Visit the products page on the sciencerevisioncoach.org website for all the equipment you may need in one place online. If you need to go and get the equipment listed because it's in another room or in your school bag, you can press the pause button now to go and collect. Step 1. Use your source of information to note down the steps in the control of the menstrual cycle. Try to summarize each step so that it is simple and helps you to think or leads you on to the next step with the language that you've used. Use pictures, symbols, diagrams where possible. In the past, I have drawn labeled diagrams of the brain and the female reproductive system and used the post-it notes to label the arrows between the two main organs. But for this video, I've just kept it really simple and I've used the following steps, which I will read out so that you know what I have done and why. So FSH, follicle stimulating hormone, is released from the pituitary gland, which is in the brain. Follicle stimulating hormone, or FSH, stimulates the ovaries. The follicles in the ovaries start to mature at the same time that the ovaries begin releasing estrogen. Estrogen hormone causes the uterine wall, also known as the endometrium, to build up and thicken. High levels of estrogen stimulate the pituitary gland again, and the pituitary gland stops making FSH, and at the same time it starts releasing luteinizing hormone, or LH. There becomes an LH surge, which causes ovulation. And ovulation causes the formation of the corpus luteum, which is basically the empty follicle. The corpus luteum releases progesterone hormone. Progesterone maintains the endometrium of the uterus lining, and at the same time, it inhibits LH and FSH production in the pituitary gland. Now, there are two pathways of what could happen if the egg is fertilized, which is pathway A, and it's implanted into the uterine wall. The corpus luteum remains and progesterone levels are also maintained throughout the pregnancy, which is now occurring. In the more common occurrence, if the egg is not fertilized, the corpus luteum breaks down, progesterone levels fall as a result, and follicle stimulating hormone is no longer inhibited, and the menstrual cycle restarts with the shedding of the endometrium, or the uterine wall, also known as a period. So those are the steps that I've used. So it's quite a number of steps, but it would help me or anybody else using that to think about what's happening next. You can pause the video now to make your own notes on your sticky notepad. Step 2, draw around each label or use the ruler to draw flowchart boxes on your A3 sheet. Depending on how big your sticky notes are and how many you ended up having will depend on whether you can fit everything onto one A3 sheet or you may need two. I just about managed with one A3 sheet, but I do have some overlapping sticky notes. Press the pause button now to complete this. Step 3, label each box with an appropriate number. Where I have more than one function happening at the same time, I have labeled them A and B, and I have written the pregnancy scenario in a different color. Press the pause button now to complete. Finally, close your source of information, remove all the sticky notes and shuffle them up. Try and replace the sticky notes back into the correct box. You can press the pause button now to complete. Well done. You've now made an interactive revision tool. This should not have taken you more than 20 minutes in total to create, but now that you have made it, you can use it repeatedly to help you to remember how the menstrual cycle is controlled. Making this is revision in and of itself. Don't forget that. You have been reviewing the source material and interacting with it as you read and reduced the steps to control the menstrual cycle. Spend another 20-minute revision session trying to put the sticky notes into the right order, and each time check your answers with the source material, or you could write the answers in pencil on the reverse of your A3 sheet. Time how quickly you've been able to replace the sticky notes correctly, and repeat this during that 20-minute revision session as many times as you can. The faster you get, the better your memory, and you can use a stopwatch to support you with this. Reuse the interactive revision tool for as many times as you can before your exam. You can watch my video on revision cycles in the metacognition playlist for more information about how this technique is beneficial for your memory. If you haven't already put together a revision timetable, you should get that done. I have a template that you can edit on the sciencerevisioncoach.org website. You should now remember how the menstrual cycle is controlled if you use the revision tool as I have described. Remember to follow this up with past paper exam questions and questions of your own by making flashcards, for example. You can find past paper questions online, and I have included a link in the description that can help you with this. Good luck.